Hello and welcome to my sewing room. I'm going to give you a little tour tonight. Remember, no judgments of any of the rooms that we do. I wanted to compile this so that you guys could see some different ways of storing fabric, some different ways of having your areas, no matter the size of the room, no matter what you had to work with. I know that I've learned a lot so far, and I hope that you guys do too. So let's get started. Okay, sorry, I'm the videographer and the. So I'll come up like you're gonna come up my stairs. I've been in this room for 4 years. So this is like my kits and stuff, and you're gonna notice a lot of old stuff in my room because I like old stuff. This is my grandma's suitcases. I know, crazy. I had Dennis Hansen make this for me, Marcia's husband, because I wanted to be able to organize it and be able to know where stuff was, and I was gonna put numbers on them, and I have not got that done. So moving over to here, this hutch was in a house that we'd bought the farm, and it did not look like this, by the way. And there was no stairs. There was just a hole from the upstairs to the downstairs. And I told my son and the kid that worked for us that I really wanted it. And bless their little hearts, we dropped it down on their heads and they got it. Anyway, super old. I love it. But I am doing my scrap baskets, and I'll show you the rest of those in just a minute. But just a way to kind of organize it. I'm going to call it my pre-cut scraps. I do have these wire shelves with my fabric, and my husband would say that's too much fabric, which it probably is. A lot of basics. This whole shelf's farm stuff, guys. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. And my room's not totally clean, but I wanted you to kind of see. I just did this week. I put my bolts of fabric there. Some have very little on them, but when they sold it to me, they sold it on bolts, so I left it. This is kind of my staging area for when I quilt for other people, so it's kind of messy right now. I have some stuff to do. Here's my machine, and it takes up, a little bit of room, as most of them do. And then this, as we go into my room, I bought this old treadle sewing machine and would dearly love to get it working. I just haven't had the time. And this other desk is a piece of furniture out of this house that we had. So you can see that I love antiques. So here is, I know, you're like, Jen, this is an old sewing machine table, and I have my fat quarters in the drawers and stuff. This is a work in progress right here. I showed you guys my totes for my 2.5-inch strips. Haven't got it done, but I'm gonna get there. You can see my poster in the background. It is a work in progress too, because I got so much done and I need to put new pictures on. So I'm going to work on that like everything else. This is for Quilt Guild, so it has to sit out for a little bit. So this is what I was going to show you. I started this about 2 months ago, and I have these little bins, and this one is for 1.5-inch strips, 2-inch, oh, I lied to you, 1-inch, 1.5-inch, 2-inch, 2.5-inch squares, 3-inch, 2.5-inch strips. And then these are 5-inch and 10-inch. And this is binding. And I've been doing 2.25. Thank you, Heather. And so it's 2.25. I don't love that it's sitting out, but I do love that I can easily, when I'm done with a project, get it put in there. This bin, I know I'm slacking. It's been the holidays. is I need to cut it up and put it in the baskets. So here is a work in progress. I'm cutting it, and so it's kind of there because my cutting table is nearby. As you can see right here, I have 2 dressers. Yes, Dennis Hansen made those for me, and made it for me. My height, what specifications I wanted. I want to show you that there's a space between them. If you ever do this, you need that space, maybe a little bit bigger even. So my cutting table, my ironing board, love that. I added this. It's a rolling cart, and it has all the projects I want to work on this upcoming year and the stuff for them. And so I hope that this keeps me on task just a little bit better. We'll see. This is also projects that I want to get to this year. My computer is on because my son is playing basketball tonight, and I have to have it on in case his game starts. And it's the 4th quarter of the C game, so we're good still. So this is a work in progress. This is that fabric for the Jensons, and I haven't got it done. But this is what I'm doing for them. And since we didn't get together, I guess it'll be for next Christmas. This is my daughter's. I try not to touch it. Try to let her do her thing. This is supposed to be the living room for my husband, but if you can't tell, I lay things out. This is a quilt my sister did, and she wants me to finish it. So I guess we'll get right on that. So there's kind of a panorama of the room. And here is my sewing table. So, I don't remember. I had it made. Dennis had to modify it for me. I know, poor Dennis. And then I decided to add this last year. I have my portable little iron, you know, the cordless one. And I put a wool mat and it's a bigger TV tray. So far, I've kind of liked it. So, I think that's what's kind of cool is you can change, you can add. If something doesn't fit your lifestyle, just, you know, change it. You can tell my batting is, but I need to put new rolls on. But it's hard to store batting. If anybody stores batting, you know. This is my book area. Obviously, I need to do a little work on that. It is always evolving because I'm always into different books, and then I'm showing you guys books. And anyway, in this old, I think it's called a refrigerator. I don't know. Somebody will correct me. Is my thread for my big machine. So I house all that in there. And this, I don't know what that's called either. Everybody's going to have to correct me. It's kind of like a kitchen. An old antique of my mom's, and so, well, it wasn't hers, but you know what I mean. I just gather old stuff. What can I say? This is a hutch. I actually purchased this one, not quite as old as the other stuff, and I put my pre-cuts and lots of stuff in it, I guess. Just a way to store without it being in the sun. I think that's what's kind of important and what works for you. It might change. I'm not gonna lie to you all, because I'm always changing, and I have a chair for Quinn when he comes up and talks to me, because he likes to be facing the sewing area. I guess it's my great grandmother's chair, so I like old stuff. What can I say? So there's my sewing room. I hope you enjoyed it. Lots of space compared to where I was at, like tons more space. I love it. I think that in any space you have, you can, I think the word is overwhelm yourself. I have a lot of antiques, and they kind of are overwhelming. A lot of old sewing machines and you know, what do you do with them all? But anyway, this is my grandma's sewing machine. It's hard to part with it. And my great great grandmother's sewing machine underneath it. So I guess the word is that you can do lots of different things with different space. My space is open. I know some of the ladies that we've seen, theirs isn't as open, but they do some really cool things with theirs. So I hope you enjoyed this tour. Oh, I forgot. I'll hurry. This is my scraps, and they are super disorganized right now. So I'm hoping to get to that, but I did it by color, and I started out with one method, and I have changed. I did, you know, because I did this. So this is a new, I got to go through this and change it up, and anything that's a pre-cut size goes in the bins. But it's been nice to have it there because I can access it really easily, and I've used it. I've used my scraps a lot more that way, but I do need to clean it for sure. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tour, and I hope that you enjoyed the other tours of the ladies' sewing room. And I really once again want to stress it's not to give you envy, not to give you that you want this. I just wanted to show you different ways of storing that you can use. Maybe furniture. I use furniture, obviously. Some people use different things. So that's kind of my thought. And I should have showed you my design wall just a little bit more because I love my design wall. It is, I'll show you this insulation board. So like 1.5 inches thick, and I can just poke right into it. I do love that. I use the floor too, but I do love my design wall. All right, thanks.